Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Gardening Talks featuring Gene Plant Love. Today, we will be answering a few very simple questions to understand more about syngoniums and caladiums and to understand the difference between these two plants as well. And to explain that for us, we have with us Miss Jeanal Margaret joining
Hi
us today.
everyone. Hi.
Hello, Jeanal. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Zara. How about you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
It's a
Hi to
pleasure
every
to
friends.
it's
Okay.
a pleasure to have you with us, Gina.
Yeah, even me too. I'm very happy to back again with another workshop here with Affordable Organic Store. I'm so happy, and I also thank Tayos.
Most welcome. Our pleasure.
Yeah.
So, Jinal is a very multi-talented person, and she's a very loving mom to a girl as well as lots of lovely plants.
Okay. Yes, I'm
As,
mother to many plants.
yeah, as we can see, so many beautiful plants around her.
Yes.
So you can follow her on her Instagram page where she shares more information about her plants. Her Instagram handle is Jean underscore plant underscore love. The link is in the description box below. Please do go and check out her page. Okay, so Jinal, before we take the first question, can you tell us a
Yes.
little about yourself?
Yes, I can. I can tell me about myself very shortly. I'm Zenal Margaret. I'm professionally a teacher, and now I'm presently working as a principal in a CBSE school. And my I have a daughter who is doing her college now, and as well I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and I'm very passionate about plants. And my interest is completely on plants. Like I want to live along with the plants, very particular in using the plants in my daily life. So that is my motto. And also I'm promoting to everybody to be vegan, and then also like use plants in multiple ways. You know that instead of going for chemical, you can go for organic one. So that is what my mission and vision is to be. That is what I'm doing now. And also, I thank Affordable Organic Store for inviting me again for another workshop so that I can share my might to my followers and to my friends and also to other people. I'm not going to take much of the time. And now over to Zara.
Okay, that was a lovely concept that you have started.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take our first question for today. So
Okay.
it's how can you tell the difference between caladium and syngonium?
Okay. Now, when you come to the topic of Caladium and Syngonium, this Syngonium and Caladium, many people are the beginners. Many of the times they may get confused because the leaves, it seems to be like similar, the color patterns, all these things and all will be confusing for the new people. That is the new plant parents. Actually, these two plants are entirely they are different. They are entirely different, and they but whereas they have a distinct relationship with the same family, it says botanically, but I'm not so deeply into that. But whatever I know, I can just explain it to you. The difference between Caladium and Syngonium is Caladiums grow through the tubers. It grows through the tubers, and the Syngonium grows through the roots. That is the first difference. And then this Caladium and Syngoniums, actually they adopt different kind of climatic condition also. Caladium always want a warmer condition, and also the soil should be always in a moisture condition. But whereas Syngonium can have a little bit of what to say, it can bear a cold climate as well the hot climate. During the hot climate, the Syngonium should be moved to the indirect sunlight place. But the Caladiums are worst enemy of sunlight because they never like it. They never like it. Once the leaves are burned, it is very hard to recover for the plant. So these are the main differences between the Caladium and Syngonium. It can You can never try a Caladium through roots because it will never grow. You can propagate in the water, but you cannot do that. It is 1001 cases it can success. but actually it is a tuber plant, the Caladium. See, you can see here, this Caladium, once the leaf is grown, it will die off. That's all. There is no branches, there is no stem, nothing. But whereas when you take this Caladium Syngonium, it grows with a stem, with leaves can stay back for a long time. But Caladiums cannot do that. So living time of Caladium leaves and Syngonium leaves also vary. It'll vary. It'll be for like 2 3 days or 4 days, 5 days. It may, and it'll die. That's all. Its life is over. But whereas Syngonium, it's not like this. So these are the small differences between Caladium and Syngonium. So I think when you take, how can I find a difference between this, you were asking. So these are the main differences that anybody can identify and know the difference. And also, like when you take Caladium, Caladium is they have more than 1,000 kinds of varieties, 1,000 kinds of varieties that many people are bringing it a hybrid or mixing it and making many kinds of colors. Also, there are 1,000 varieties, but the main primary colors that you can find in Caladium are like white, green, red, and some kind of a pink. This kind of you can see. Not other than that color, but nowadays people are doing some kind of peach color into it, and some beige. Many of the colors are coming into this. There are some very rarest varieties. This full white Caladium also is there. That's very rare and it's also very costly. And whereas Syngonium, you see there are around 16 varieties are there in Syngonium. 16 varieties. In that 16 varieties, I think 13. The Syngonium plants mainly come from this between Brazil and Mexico. You know why Syngoniums are very good growing in India? Because Mexico also has the same climate what Indians we do have. We have similar climate. Mexicans and we have the same kind of a climate. That is why Syngoniums are very good growing in India. Syngonium is completely, the 13 varieties come from Costa Rica and the 11 from Panama and some other from their nativity. So this is what the difference between the Syngonium and Caladium. I think I have explained much on this, some details about it also.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
Sarah.
that was a very detailed explanation. This is, how we can differentiate between a normal person talking and a teacher talking. A teacher,
This
when
is
she explains very nicely.
okay. That is because I, when I get into the classroom, I give very good explanation. The first sight, children should fall in love with the teaching.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So, moving on to the next question.
Yes.
What conditions do caladiums and syngoniums like?
Yes. So I have already told you some highlights of this. Caladium and Syngonium, they both need sunlight, but both need indirect sunlight. And the climatical condition is like for Caladium. First, I'll come for the Caladium. Caladium, when you are going to plant in a very moisture soil, you should leave it overnight. Make let the temperature come high. It should be planted only when the temperature is at least about 25 degrees Celsius. It has to be about 25 degrees Celsius. You have to plant it because Caladium is cannot bear any chillness. Like cold climate, it cannot bear. So a cold climate is the enemy to that. And also as well, direct sunlight is also enemy for them. You can find many of the Caladiums living under the tree and in the shady places in front of the house, where the tree is there. Under that you can see some Caladiums growing. But Syngonium is I haven't seen any Syngoniums like being in a dying in the cold climate or in the hot climate. It is user friendly. Caladiums are a bit little bit what to say, very climate friendly they are. It has a hot weather, should be very warm. So warm climate is adaptable for Caladium, but not the direct sunlight. Warm, it is very very important. Sunlight is different and warm is different. So Caladium can be planted either as an indoor plant or as an outdoor plant. There are some difference also between this Caladium, like when you are going to put it outside, that has to be planted under the shade of the tree or any moist place. It shouldn't be dampy also. The soil shouldn't be so much dampy also, but be clear that your Caladiums are always in the moist ground. That's important. And this another thing, one point I shouldn't be missing, that this condition of syngonium, once I was growing a syngonium. This was the plant which I was growing it, and now it is very bushy, and it's like I can show you. This is a green color, green color. And when I place this in sunlight in the morning sunlight, if I place it in the sunlight, I will get a leaf like this, like a pink shade. Can you see this? So I
Yeah.
think you can see
Yes.
this. Otherwise, when you're kept inside the house, it seems completely green. There won't
Okay.
be any green like a pink shade here. Actually, the syngonium has a pink lines here. I since
Oh.
for just for the beauty, I have kept it inside my house. So I have sacrificed that pink color. When I
Oh,
need
okay.
pink color, if I want to see pink color, 2 days I will leave it in the indirect sunlight. So for
Okay.
syngonium, direct sunlight is an enemy, but indirect sunlight is a very good friend for the syngoniums. But for caladium, it is not okay. Morning sunlights are okay, and slightly you can keep it in the morning when if it is having in the pot both the plants in the morning, like between 6 to 7. Those sunlights are very good, and they can find so much of food in it. So that is the best condition. Caladium always need a warm condition. Syngoniums need indirect sunlight. This is the climatic condition what they both like, and this is the best condition where you can have healthy plants like Caladium and Syngonium. So this is the best condition I could tell you, that a very
Oh,
simple and easy condition.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much for explaining that so well.
Yes.
And let's take off next question. Is
Yes.
Syngonium a climber?
Yes, absolutely. This what I'm having it here. This is a climber. This is a climber.
Okay.
I just planted with the small one sapling. It will be like 5 inches or like that. So it is a climber. I'll show you how it is a climber. Thankfully, this plant is having that kind. Listen, can you see this? See
Yes.
this? This is so. This will grow. This will grow
Yes.
out. This will grow longer. When it grows longer, I should have a moss stick. So if the moss stick is kept here, it can even grow to the 6 feet also.
Oh,
It'll grow
wow.
to 6 feet. It will grow. If you don't need it, I want like a bushy plant inside my house. If you need, no need to keep a moss stick. If you are not going to keep a moss stick, but you will have all these things, like the roots will be coming out. So you can just clean it up. Once it dries, you can clean it up. So it will be very
Okay.
good. Most of the times when you are keeping it inside, it's better you can have, but you have to prune it. If you want a bushy plant, you have to
Mm-hmm.
prune it. You prune
Okay.
it, then it will be fine. If you're going to unprune it, but be careful that you're making it bushy. Even you can keep it in the hanging pots. It will be very beautiful in the hanging pots also. Instead of going up, all will be coming down. So it will be
Okay.
very fine. And I have another syngonium. This is a kind that I have kept in the moss stick. So this is a syngonium. See, this is in the moss
Wow.
stick. Okay, so this I have twisted. I can show you. See,
Mm-hmm.
I have tied it. So
Okay.
this will go, and it will rotate, and it will rotate, and it will grow. So even this
Okay.
also, this plant also has a pink color lines, but no pink lines are now. We are having a very bad climate now in Chennai. It's daily cloudy, and
Okay.
but it's a favorable climate for all the plants. They are not getting tired. They are very
Uh-huh.
happy, chilling out.
Yeah.
This is how the moss stick is used for syngoniums. So
Uh-huh.
syngoniums can be grown in three different ways. Number one, you can have it as a moss stick growth. Another one, you can keep it in a pot as a show plant, pruning it, making it bushy. Another one kind is like you can have it in a hanging pot, making them to trial down, not to going up. So that is the third kind of syngonium that you can have. But actually, evergreen syngoniums are authentic climbers. We can say that. I think this is evergreen climber. That is evergreen syngonium. It hasn't
Okay.
grown yet. So this is
Okay.
like I'm trying. I have bought this like 1 month before. So it is now going like bushy plant now. I think I can even separate it with the roots. I can separate it. I can do that.
Okay.
See, whereas coming as to the climber, the last point I just wanted to tell you. See this climber, you can cut it here. You can cut here. If you want to propagate, you can cut here according to the gaps between the nodes. You can
Okay.
cut it and you can propagate in the water. One, I think the root will take at least 1 month to grow. First, the roots will come. It will take 4 weeks, and then after the roots come, the new leaves will come. So you can cut here, put it in the water, propagate it. So this climbers, it can be cut from here, and again this climbers will start climbing up with another new leaves from the under stems. So this
Oh,
is how the climbers of this syngoniums they grow. So you no
okay.
need to take it from the ground level. You can just cut
All
it,
right.
take it. That's it. So
Okay.
absolutely a syngonium is a climber, but it can be grown in different patterns.
Oh, wow, that's a wonderful property
Okay.
of a Syngonium. Okay, so I just wanted to ask you this plant on your left, I guess.
Yes, this one.
No, no, on your right. Sorry,
Okay,
the
on the
Syngonium.
right.
Yeah,
Yes,
the roots that are coming out. Can if we just put
yes,
it back into the pot, will it grow?
yes. Of course, you can cut it here. You can because I told
Okay.
you, syngoniums can be cut anywhere between the
Okay.
knots of the stem. You can put it first in the water, so you can have the new root. Once the new root comes, through water, propagation of water is faster than in the soil. So that is why any plant. There are some plants, certain plants that have to be propagated through water.
Okay.
So I
So,
have told you, so you can cut here. I can show you. See this thing. If you want, you can cut it here. You can
all
cut
right.
it here. So if you cut here and put it in the water, the new roots will come out. Once the new roots come after 1 month, you can plant it in the soil and it will become another new plant. I have done that experiment 4 times. It has grown.
Oh.
And what happened? I myself have overwatered it and I killed it also.
Oh.
Too much enthusiasm when I was a beginner,
Oh.
while I don't know anything about Syngonium. That is how I learned what these people are, Syngonium and Caladiums are. That is
Okay.
how I learned. Okay.
Okay.
So
The hard
this is
way.
what, so climbers, they are climbers, absolutely climbers.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
so our next question for today is, how does caladium multiply?
Okay. Caladiums, when you take caladiums are absolutely, they don't come like syngoniums. They are tubers. I'll show what happened today. I'll tell you one small story regarding this caladium. I have all small pots caladium at my home, see this caladium. This is my own caladium, which I am growing it. And this caladium is called the small caladium, small leaves, it is called as strap leaves. They are called as strap leaves. And the bigger one is called fancy leaves. I'll show you that fancy leaf. You will be amazed to see that. See this? This is called the fancy leaf.
Wow.
This I stole from my neighbor actually.
Oh, it's a very big leaf.
Yes, it's a very big leaf. I was waiting for the person to come. That people, it's a new house building. The owner hasn't come. I told one of the laborers to just take out this tuber for me. I have a workshop today. I never knew there was a plant like this. Today I was going out, by accidentally I saw this plant. So there is no
Okay.
tuber. See, there is no tuber. I was so what to say. Felt very sorry for killing this plant. Then I was going through in the Google, can I do something with this plant? Till now, I have put it in the water. Let me see. But now I will show you how the caladiums can multiply. I'll show you. And
Okay.
another information regarding this leaf. When potted in a plant, this plant, this is called fancy leaf. This is called strap leaf. Can you see this small one?
Yes.
The small leaves are called strap leaves. This fancy leaves, only it will grow. It is kept in the outdoor, that is in the ground. It can go to 30 inches also, this leaf.
Wow.
This can grow to 30 inches. Giant leaves it can. So
Okay.
really, it is a very good color, while it is keeping it in a hand. So now I will show you. Okay. So that person, he said there is another plant also, madam. I'll help you to take it with the tuber. He said, and I got the with the tuber. See, this is what the
Oh,
tuber is.
wow.
Okay. So I washed it. See, it is. This is how the tuber is.
Okay.
Okay, so it will multiply on its own. You don't need to worry about it. So it will multiply on its own. When you have, when you want, when you want this plant to multiply, you no need to worry. If you want to plant it in another pot, you have to take it out. You take it out. Even this tube, like you can cut it here, and you can make it two. You can make it two, and you can plant also. It will grow. For that also, I
Okay.
have an illustration for you. I will show you that, because today my experiment and all has gone very big within one half an hour searching,
Okay.
stealing this leaf. Okay,
Okay.
I'll show you that. See, this is that broken one. See, this is
Okay.
it is like a horseshoe. Like, see, it is like this.
Yes.
So when you cut this, when you cut this, you can
Mm-hmm.
cut it into two. It is like a
All right.
brain-like type. Okay, so you
Yeah.
can cut it into two and place it, but you have to be very careful that you have to plant this only during spring and summer. That is the best
Okay.
season where caladiums can grow, not in
Okay.
cold times. Only during summer. Summer and spring is the very best season for growing this caladiums. So caladiums multiply only through this tubers. So you
Okay.
can cut the tubers into two, and you can also plant it. But you have to be very careful that you have to the climatic condition should be like, as I told you, it should be like 65-degree Fahrenheit. Higher than 65-degree Fahrenheit it has to be. So
Okay.
that is the best warm condition it will grow. So, and you cannot see the result at once. It may take, once it is not planted in a warm condition, you cannot see the sprouting of that plant. It may not come, but even it may take some 1 or 2 months also to grow. Sometimes it may not grow. For surprisingly, sometimes it may grow also. So this is how the caladiums will multiply. No need to worry. Once it is planted in the ground, it will multiply on its own. That's it.
Okay.
So if you want to take another plant, like you want to keep it in a pot, one in the outdoor and one in the indoor, you can just take it, put it in a pot, and one you can leave it outside. It will be reproducing a lot on the ground.
Okay.
It happens same also here in the pot also. It happens. So I can tell you here. I have, this is another kind of caladium here. See, I had only one plant. This is the main plant. This
Okay.
was the main plant, and I had another one coming out. Another one. It
Okay.
reproduced. So this only one plant I had. This came out.
So from under the soil, the tubers reproduce and the plant grows.
Yes, that is all. And they don't have a particular stem like branches like as syngoniums have, See, in one
Okay.
stick you have so much of leaves here. But
Yes.
here there is no particular stem. It has a stem like one stem, that is one leaf. It lives for
Okay.
1 week, and then it will die. A slight kind of sunlight it happens. So this actually it happened, the sunlight. I left it one day, the sunlight. This is how it happened. See how it lost its glory. See, it is
Yes.
like it becomes like this, and also while dying, also it will happen. So every time you have to clean up. That every time one leaf will fall and die. So you can just pull
Okay.
it out. When you pull it out, the new shoots will come out. This is
Okay.
how the caladiums. What to say? It will multiply. You
It's
don't
it's
need to
got a
worry.
very short lifespan.
Yes, it has a short lifespan. When you see caladiums, like their leaves have short lifespan, but the tuber has a lifespan of 3 years.
Oh wow. So it keeps
Yeah,
producing.
it keeps producing 3 years, and this producing also, 6 months once you can see this reproducing of any
Okay.
plant. Yes, it happens. The tuber, I mean the tuber reproduction, it happens. So
Okay.
this is how it multiplies.
Okay. Let's take the next question. How do you make
Yes.
a caladium grow faster?
Okay. As I told you, this question is similar to that. To grow a caladium faster, the climatic condition is the main source. That is the main source, and also the water, the soil. This two is different. The pH level of the soil is very very important. If the soil is not good, if the soil is very tight, it won't grow,
Okay.
because it needs a loosey, dampy, like moisty soil. if you put it in the clay, if you put it in the clay, it will grow. But as days goes by, when the clay or red soil gets tightened up, it won't grow. It will have a very slow growth. You will have a growth, but also, when you see, this red soil, a complete blank, a plain red soil, when you use, I have seen in the nurseries. Why I'm talking about this, when you're bringing it from the nursery, you can see only the red soil in it. The reason why, they put only red soil is very very hard. It's very hard. Why? But red soil is a very nutritious one for rose plant, for every plant, when it is mixed with the gardening soil and with cocopeat and perlite and everything. But in the nurseries, why they put the red soil is that is the only thing. It keeps the soil grip and the plant grip, because they produce n number of packets of plants. They throw it. So if they're having a loose soil, the plant will come out and the soil will come out. That is the reason why in the nurseries, when you bring the plant, the soil is very tight. So always remember, when you're bringing it from the nursery, try to take 50% of the under soil, remove it. If you
Okay.
keep it completely inside, it won't grow. So under slightly, you just keep a stick and just don't disturb the root and take it away all the soil, and then you plant it. So that is the soil condition is very important for caladium, and that pH level I have told you, and water also. If your water is too bad, like a very salty water, and you can find out if your water is not good. Just put the caladium tuber inside the water for 1 day. If the water is becoming too yellowish, then don't plant, don't use that water for that caladium. So any plant can grow faster when the climate is good, when the food is good, the water is good, and when the
Yes.
proper nutrition is good. Actually, the caladiums, they can grow as they like. What to say? It's very friendly plant. It can grow. The condition of climate only is important. You can use fertilizers for growing it fast. That will be the next question. What I'll be answering it to you. I think so.
Yes, yes. I was just going to ask you, do do these plants need fertilizer?
Yes. Actually, Syngonium and Caladium both need fertilizer if you want. If you don't need, no need. The common fertilizer which everybody can buy, the cheapest one is that NPK. I think that small granules, like that is like the count is like, it comes like 5 10 10 or 5 20 20, some kind of calculation is there. I'm not sure about it. The nursery people, they used to talk NPK, that you can take the granules, just take 4 and just place it on the corners of the pots, not near to the root, because you might think it is like a small, like a mustard size or a pepper size, but it's very very powerful. It can just kill the plant also. Just take, if you are a beginner, just use 2 first. In the beginning you can use it too. And also, twice in a year you have to fertilize the caladium and syngonium. Potash, that is, you call this some, there's a chemical called potash. That potash, that they use for this paddy, for wheat and all. That chemicals only we also use, because it will make the plants to grow faster. Potash, and also this another one, naming the phosphorus. This two, potash and phosphorus are good for caladium, and for syngonium NPK is very good. It will go like, what to say, very bushy, very fatty plant. It will go up like. So caladiums, they need, in case if you are going to fertilize it to have a very good out, your house has to look very good. You can use that fertilizer, or you can go for some organic fertilizers also, which is done at home. If you're a plant parent, you may all know organic fertilizers are very very good. I don't think so organic fertilizers we will get it in a very cheapest way, but NPK is very cheap. Even for 10 rupees also you can get it. So that you can use. That is the best chemical that all plants, even for the rose, for the hibiscus, anything you can eat, you can use that NPK. For caladium also you can use, and this for syngonium also you can use it. So this is the best fertilizer. The best fertilizer for potash is very very good. Like for this plant to grow, and also leaf also will become very big, very showy leaves you will get. So this is a fertilizing method of this plant. There is much about much. I don't know about fertilizing because I always use this organic kind of fertilizers to my plant. Even my
Okay.
neighbors, they used to ask me, "How come you're growing very healthy plant?" I say, "Whatever I have in my kitchen, I just go dump, make it." See, there are many methods, like making compost and all.
Yes.
How I make compost, I'll have one what earthen pot, one big pot. I'll have sand. Like cats, I will always dig it, put all the vegetable waste, and I'll close it. That's all. That is how
Okay.
I make my compost. I don't have this 2 layer, 4 layer pots and make it and make the compost to come down. I don't do that. I leave it for 2 or 3 months. Automatically, the compost will make. Whenever I make a new planting, new potting, I'll just take some kind of quantity. I'll put it inside. That's all. This is how I
Okay.
make my own compost. So this is the fertilizing. NPK is a common one that everybody can buy and make use of it.
Okay. What about these cow dung fertilizer, manure?
Yeah, this when you take this cow dung manure, that is also many people, they are not aware of using this cow dung. Cow
Mhm.
dung is a kind of a very very dangerous acid consistency is there. If you pour
Okay.
a lot of cow dung inside the plant, it's burnt. That's all. Forever you cannot have that plant again. So cow dung
Okay.
also has a limit. You can use it. It's like a small piece, like I think affordable organic store is selling that. I have seen it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a kind of a cake shape, like it's a small
Yes.
one. That is very a correct size for a potting. You can just put it on the corner, you can break it and just put it in the corners of the, or else I think any chemical or any manure, like try to plant it on the corners of the pot. Don't put it directly into the root, because the root, we may not know what is the strength of the root, whether it is a healthy root or already a semi-rotten root, we may not know. So this fertilizer or this cow dung manure, all these things may burn it. When it is given in the sides, it will go down and it will go slowly, the nutritions will spread. So this is how fertilizer you have to be very careful in using. Fertilizers and all, you have to be expert about it. Where if you are
Okay.
not an expert, you will make the plant to die.
Yeah. Instead of benefiting the plant, we will kill the plant.
Yes, that's it. That's it. For many people, in the when you see in the nurseries, you will have all the plants. Well, they give very good fertilizers, but they know the measurement. But we do
Yes.
not know. Even if you ask them, also they won't say that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they
that's
do it on a large scale, and it differs
they.
when you do it.
Yes, they have a kind of a fertilizer that will make the plant to grow faster, as well also that will make the plant to die faster. That is their
Oh,
opinion. So that is why you will go again to their shop and you will purchase another one. How long they will also wait for you to come for years.
yes.
This is what,
Business.
yes, business that it happens. So this is
Okay,
how.
so that was the last question for today. Thank you so much for answering in detail and
Okay,
explaining so well.
okay. So I think everybody might have known something a little from. I'm not a botanist and I'm not well versed in this plants. Whatever I have come through my experience, I have spoken to you all. I hope everybody, my friends, followers, and those who are watching it would have liked it. Hope so.
Yes, yes, definitely. It was a very simple explanation that a
Uh,
layman can understand very easily. I'm sure
yes,
everybody who is watching right now and who will watch later will benefit immensely
yes,
from this information, who are
yes,
trying to figure out differences and grow these plants, and it will
yes,
be very helpful for them. So once
yes,
again, I would like all everybody joining us today like to thank you for being a part of our workshop and making it successful. And you can connect with Jeanil personally on her Instagram page. Her handle is Jean underscore plant underscore love. The link is in the description box below. And if you are also a plant lover, a plant parent, and you like to answer some very simple, frequently asked questions on the internet for our viewers, please write to us at info at the rate the organic affordableorganicstore.com. The email address is also in the description box below, and we will feature you on our channel, and we'll see you live next time.
Okay,
So, thank you
thank
once
you,
again,
Sarah.
Jinal, for your valuable time and
Yes,
efforts.
thank you. Thank you so much. I hope I have satisfied at least a bit
No, no,
everybody.
you've satisfied everything.
Everything, because I communicate from my heart. I don't use any jargon language. Why? Because there are many people, they might know English, they might not know, so that even my gesture will alone will explain what I'm trying to say.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
It was
Okay.
a very, beautiful way of explaining.
Yes, good teacher should communicate, should not talk, should not say.
Yes, yes.
Communication.
That's what I said. The difference we can make out from the first question that you answered, that the teacher
Yes,
is talking now.
yes.
That's why I kept
That is
myself
it.
on mute. I did not want it to disturb you in between.
Yeah, okay, fine. Thank you, Sarah. So we will have some more good time if God willing. Okay.
Yes, yes, surely.
Yes.
Thank you once
Thank
again
you.
very
Thank
much
you,
for
Sarah. Thank you,
giving us
everyone. Thank you for being.
your valuable
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.